How's it going? Ryan here. And today, I'm going to go over the three trades that I took on SPY. The first being a winner, the second and third being losers. Ended up with a really small red day. We'll go over how that happened and what I did. But for now, we're looking at the daily time frame. Some levels that we were watching. We're in this area. We had 437.2 recent resistance from that most recent lower high. We have the top of this gap down, which is 438.7 or so, 440. Then we had 435 level, 436.5 or so, a pre-market level, and then some highs and lows from yesterday's trading session. You can see we rallied and we had quite a green day. That all happened after I got off, so I only saw this part of the morning, which led me to believe that we were gonna have a down day, which we certainly didn't. But yeah, let's take a look at a few trades that I took. So the first trade that I took was puts off the pre-market high. We're coming up, approaching this level on decreasing volume. We're kind of rejecting, and I decided to take a put here. Also, I was watching SPX, and SPX was rejecting off a resistance at the same time, so felt pretty good about that. I took profit on this spike down here when we dropped. Got a, I don't know, yeah, about a 60-cent move. That was about a 20% return on a quick little scalp there. I got out because we did show some good strength bouncing and holding off that 435 level. And rallying, pretty bullish. So I didn't want to fade the trend too hard. So just took a quick scalp for about 20% on that. That was the first trade of the day. The second trade of the day was a call on this fake breakout here. So I noticed we were kind of in this consolidation where we had this resistance from the high a day coming all the way down, and we had this support. We were bouncing around in that area. We broke out on the 2-minute with some volume here. We didn't get the breakout on the 5-minute, so I kind of got faked out there. We'll take a look on the 2-minute and look at what I was seeing and why I took that trade. So we have an increase in volume. We have a breakout and a break and close above this resistance. And then we also had another candle here come down and retest and close above that resistance. So I got in call here. Felt pretty good about this breakout. I was targeting 436, so a breakout up towards the high a day / pre-market high. That's what I was looking for. It reversed pretty quickly, and I got stopped out on this trade. I was trying to set a stop loss right around this area if we'd break it back under that resistance. My order didn't get filled, and so I ended up selling market somewhere down in here, and that was the loss on this trade was the exact amount that I made off this trade. So was up, took a loss here, and then I was pretty much right at, I was right at zero. So $0 made on the day. Everything I made here, I lost here. So got faked out there. And then the third trade that I took was after the false breakout to the upside, we had a real breakout to the downside on increasing volume. Came down, started flagging, rejected off 435, started a bear flag, broke and closed below that level. Broke and closed below on both the 5-minute and the 2-minute. So I felt pretty good about taking a put here. I was looking for 434 is my target, which is right here. As you see, we didn't. I had a really tight stop loss here because I figured after this breakdown and after a flag break and a rejection off that 435 area that we were watching, that this should go fairly quickly. We get a breakdown. I expected to move more like this. We come down, reject, breakdown, and I was looking for that 434. So I set my stop tightly, knowing that if we start pushing up, that this is pretty invalid and that break wasn't anything significant. So this candle right here, you can see that we had a long upper wick that stopped me out. Overall, negative $5 on the day. Like I said, had some profit off this put up here, lost it here, was at zero, and then had a very small $5 risk on this trade here. I was up about 15 to 16% when we were bouncing around this 434.5 area. Obviously, when I was looking for 434, I was looking for a bit more of a move than that. So I did not take profit in here, and it hit my stop loss for a small amount. But kind of a difficult morning for me to trade. Had I held these puts here, obviously it would have worked out well. We did have some news come out in the morning, so I didn't want to hold through that. But every other trade that I took is kind of tricky. This false breakout, higher volume, nice green hammer, breaking out and closing above that level. Felt pretty good about a little return back to where we tried earlier in the morning. So that was kind of a tricky trade that got me. This one was a bit tricky as well. Ended up ended up being the low of the day. So glad I had a super small stop there, because had I tried to hold on, you can see it wouldn't have ended up well. Once we had this bottom put in and we rallied to the upside, the levels worked pretty well. You can see we come up, hold this level, come down, retest, come up, test this level, hold that level, come up, test this, So it started moving really nicely. And that's kind of the dream scenario, right? If as a trader, you're getting these higher highs, higher lows, you're getting entries on pullbacks at levels that you're holding as support. So yeah, I got trapped in some trickery in here, and the real nice price action came later in the day. Overall, closing out, sloppy week for me. It was a red week overall. Didn't trade Monday, took a bigger loss on Tuesday. Wednesday through Friday were either just small wins or small losses. So just kind of a sloppy week, and we had some really good moves. Like yesterday was some pretty good price action. A lot of them happening in the second half of the day when I'm not trading, which is kind of a bummer. But there have been some opportunities, and I seem to have been unable to capitalize on those. So we're gonna take some time. Obviously, it's the weekend, so we'll have some time away from the charts. I'm gonna keep reevaluating, keep looking at things that I've done, try to kind of dial it in a little bit. Definitely some lack of discipline caused some issues this week in terms of just taking bad trades or entering too soon and taking a loss when it wasn't necessary. There were some decent trades this week that I did take, so it wasn't all bad, but overall the week was below standard. So we'll try to regroup, come back next week, and make some money. That said, I appreciate you watching. Thank you very much. I do trade live every Monday through Friday, so if you feel so inclined, come stop by and say what up. Yeah, that's all I have for you. I appreciate you watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Peace.